Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be continuing our Bloodborne 100% walkthrough. Today we're going to be doing Mensis Nightmare or Nightmare of Mensis. I'm not too sure what it's called now. But anyway, before that we are going to be doing the top floor of the lecture building. We did floor 1 before going to Nightmare Frontier. So if you haven't got the 100% on the bottom floor of the lecture building, which isn't too hard, make sure you go and check out Nightmare Frontier's video. So anyway, from the entrance here, from the lantern, we went straight ahead and went into the round room, and then hopped back out, came around here, continuing the only path we can. We're not going to be doing any of the rooms to our left because there's not one single item in there. So we're going to come across this bridge and turn back on ourselves and go all the way back down till the end here and pick this item up over here. If you are interested in the lore and that, there's quite a bit of those pieces of paper what tell you about the story in the left hand side room, so if you're interested in that, I'd really recommend going in all those rooms. But anyway, now we're going to go in this door over here, and we're going to be above one of those massive great rooms with all the enemies in it, and we're going to come around here in the only door we can, and there's going to be a chest in here, so we can't really get lost on the top floor. And yeah, I think that's actually going to be the last item in the lecture building. So now all we're going to have to do is head back out the door we came in. And if we stick to the right hand side wall once we're out here, we're going to have access to Nightmare of Mensis, which is the last area in the game. So there's probably going to be the last 100% walkthrough. But we're going to be talking about something to do with that in a second. But anyway, guys, heading up the first hill, there's not going to be anything. There's going to be an enemy to the right here. First item's just here, unmissable there. Right, so once we get to this area with a light, which pretty much frenzies us and takes a whole chunk of life away, there's going to be a lantern just there. Here we can go left or right across the bridge, or to the right over here along the mountainside. First we're going to come all the way to the right. This path is pretty much mainly for shortcuts a bit later on once we lower some of the lifts down and that. Over there in front of us is going to be a big lift and a cage lift once we complete a bit more of the level. But anyway, now we're going to head back to where the bridge was, and now we're going to go across the bridge. But first pick these blood bows up right in front of the bridge. Now we're going to head across. I didn't bother killing any of the enemies in this area because it was just a bit too crowded with the light going on and all that. So since there weren't many items, I just decided to do this first bit without killing all the enemies. Anyway, once we get to the second rock throwing enemy to the left, we're going to get the item from behind him. And then the last item in this area is behind the last rock throwing enemy to the left, all the way behind the building over here. So once we've got that, we are going to head into the building since there's nothing left outside. Right, so now I've started clearing all the enemies out. This area is going to be infested with spiders, but like I said, I've cleared them all out. We're going to go up to the right here. Where that item was, there's going to be a Bell Maiden, or the Bell Maiden what spawns by default in this level, so make sure you go over there and kill her. She won't be spawning unless you make her spawn with any of the bells. But anyway, up there was another item straight here in front of me. This is an unmissable item just here. Once we go out this door in this outside area, there's going to be an NPC here with the Holy Blade. He's not too hard to fight, to be honest. Anyway, once we get into the next building, it's going to be quite a big building, this one. Before heading down any of the stairs, we're going to come over here to the left and open this chest over here, which is pretty easy to spot. Anyway, once we've got that, we're going to head to the entrance of this building, and this time we are going to head down the stairs. You know, go down left or right, same thing. As soon as you're down the stairs, there's going to be an item over here to the right, and there's going to be our first shortcut, which will take us back down to where I mentioned before, around the mountainside. Anyway, continuing through here, there's going to be another item behind these doors or whatever the fuck they are. I think they're those things where people used to get changed or whatever behind. Anyway, before these last set of stairs, before heading down, we're going to come over here to the left, and there's going to be an item at the end here. We could just hop down here, hop down to the bottom stairs. We wouldn't be missing any items, but I decided to take it safe since I didn't have any blood vials left after clearing the map out and I had really little health. Anyway, after picking that item down there to the left, this cage here, I talked about this on a different video. It's to take you down into this like abyss type looking room. There's not actually going to be anything down there, but there is a possibility to activate an NPC or to get an NPC down there that will give you the moon rune, the max rank one. So yeah, if you're interested in the secret thing down there, please click this video over here on the screen. But anyway, around here near the lift to the left, there's going to be an item just here. That's it. Now we can head up the lift in this area. Obviously this lift will start down if it's your first time here, but I'm guessing most of you have probably already completed this level and just looking for all the items. Anyway, once we're up the lift, we're going to come to another outside area. There's going to be a new type of enemies, nothing too powerful. It's like pretty much exactly the same as the birds we've been fighting all the way through the game. But anyway, once we're outside in the first area, you don't have to worry about missing any items. You're just going to have to head around the building, head up these stairs. Once we're at the top of the stairs, we're going to head back on ourselves up here and just walk into this cave. You don't even need to jump or roll, you just walk in there and pick up this gem. Right, so once more up the stairs, go down the stairs to the other side. There's going to be 2 items behind this big column down here. I believe there's a few enemies around here, like dogs and shit, but nothing too bad to worry about. Anyway, once we've got that item, we're going to head up the stairs again. Before we head into the door to continue, I just wanted to mention that this lift over here to the left is going to take us back down to the mountainside I mentioned at the start of the video. And the other one, technically you activate a bit further on. Anyway, this just before the boss, there's actually going to be a bridge across the front bit there and the middle bit. But since I beat the boss, the bridge moves up to gain access to a further area. And we're going to have to go around the left, but you know, no difference at all. Anyway, technically this is now the boss area where we're fighting the boss. There's a hidden door there to the left, but we haven't got the key for that quite yet, so we'll be getting that in a second. The only item in here is up here to the left, which are quicksilver bullets, so we don't have any of that. Now we're just going to continue into the next area where we fight him. There's going to be a bit of a stairway case here before fighting him again. First we're going to head down to the left here. There's going to be a dead end down here, but there are 2 items. There's one here on the side here to the left, and there's one all the way down the bottom. Just watch out for the enemies, quite a few of them down there. Anyway, this time we're going to head up the stairs instead of down, so we're going to go right, pick this item up just here, and continue up until we get to the next area where we fight the boss, which is where the mist and all that shit starts. So yeah, so once we're here, we could go to the left, but we're not going to do that. We're going to end up going down there anyway eventually. Here on the second left, be in between the 2 stairs, we're going to come down here to the left and pick this item up. We're not going to jump down there since, like I just said, we're going to end up down there in a different way. Now we're going to head up the second load of ramp, stairs, whatever they are. Once we're here, we're going to head to the right. Go here to the right of the bridge. That bridge is only there if you beat the boss. If not, there'll be a massive drop there. Anyway, we're going to continue down here to the right. Drop down here. This is the second area where you fight the enemy. Where he actually hides behind a door. That's the way you get to him, by dropping down there. And there's quicksilver bullets there on the side. Now we're going to come right. If we go left, we're going to end up back at the start of the second area where we fight the boss. Right at the start. But anyway, going down here all the way to the end, this is where we're going to get the key to that door we was talking about before. That bit of a hidden door the first time you meet the boss. Behind this column there's going to be another item. Make sure you don't miss that. Anyway, now we're going to head all the way back down to the door I was just mentioning. Out here, there is an alternative route to get here, which we're going to be talking about a bit later on. But anyway, there's the earliest we can get to this place. So yeah, there's going to be a load of items here, but it's pretty much going to be a straight line. So I'm going to fast forward all this and not even bother commentating the items because there's no items what are missable really. They're all just here in the middle of the road. But anyway, once we're at the end and coming to this building, we're going to go across this little thin ledge here. Be careful, there's going to be one of those stupid bubblehead alien brain whatever the fuck guys what frenzy you pretty fast right in front of this chest, so yeah, be careful in this room. Anyway, we're going to get the healing spell there, which pretty much heals co-op players. It's like it's like pretty much that spell in Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2 where you can heal your allies as well. So yeah, heading back out to the straight line with all the items, we're going to come down here to the right and drop down beside this massive hole. This item over here is going to be the one and only blood rock in the game, or in the campaign I guess you could say, because you can get some in Chalice dungeons if you're lucky enough. Yeah, but anyway, coming out here, if we drop off here, we're going to be back at the start where we fought the NPC. So yeah, now we're going to head all the way past the first boss, past the little lamp, and up the first load of stairs. There's going to be an item over here beside all these little bird thingies. Now heading up the next load of stairs, we can either go left to continue through the level, or we can go right and activate the other caged elevator. So yeah, so we're going to hop into that. This is just going to take us all the way down to where the other cage elevator was originally. but we're not doing that. We're not showing this in the video because we're gonna hop off here into this window. Make sure you jump off later than you expect, because sometimes you get jammed on it and completely fall to your death. Like, that's happened to me like 5 times in a row. Sometimes I just couldn't figure it out, but you just gotta jump a bit later than you expect. Anyway, now after picking this chest up, this is probably going to be the ugliest part of the game, with 3 of those bubblehead, alien, brain, whatever the fuck they're called, on this path straight away. We picked an item up over there to the right. There's going to be 2 more of those brain guys just here. There's going to be an item in between the rocks here. If we stick to the left, it's pretty easy to see. Continuing through here, we're going to come to a room filled with spiders, but they're already dead, obviously. And heading down here, we're going to come to a little lever which will activate the NPC in the abyss type area, which I mentioned before. So I'm going to put the other video up here in the screen as well, so make sure if you're interested in that little secret about the abyss area and this NPC, go and check that video out. Anyway, heading back down here, we can head back down this hole, and we are going to be in the area where we went across that thin ledge where the bubble heads were. And if we come out here, as you can see, we're back in the other bottom straight line where we jumped down and got the blood rock. So yeah, this all joins up pretty nicely. Anyway, heading back up to where I mentioned after the first boss. This time, instead of going right, we're going to continue through the level up to the left. There's going to be a few enemies around here, like the shadows of Yarnum and all that shit, like the boss. So yeah, just continue until you find the staircase here. We can either go down, left, or up the stairs. We're going to go to the left. Down bottom's just a path to get back up from an optional path a bit later on. We'll be showing you that in a second. Now continuing up the stairs, we can either jump off left or continue straight. It all joins up, so I'm going to do it the most simple way and go take the main path. There's 3 items here in simple sight, 1 below the tree and 2 up on the balcony. Before we get to this big arch over here, we're going to turn around and go left, and now we're going to take that optional path I mentioned, which will end up back at that 3 stairway case or whatever I just mentioned, where we picked the item up. As you can see down here, there was an item down there, so make sure you come down here at one point. And at the end, it's just here where we can jump down here and be back at the staircase I mentioned before. So yeah. So obviously now we're going to head all the way through the main path like I just did, until the big arch. This time we're going to continue all the way through up the stairs until we get to the area where we could turn right and fight the boss. But first of all, we're going to go and continue straight down here. There's going to be a chest with our final item in it. So yeah, guys, to be honest, this is technically the last 100% walkthrough of Bloodborne, but if you guys want, I could do the 100% walkthrough of the chalice dungeons, as in obviously the default chalice dungeons, obviously not the root ones because they're just completely random. So yeah, let me guys know if you want me to do that in the comments, if you'd like me to do the 100% walkthrough of the default chalice dungeons, or if you guys don't really want to see that. It's up to you guys. So yeah, hopefully this helped you out. If it did, please give it a like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Turn your lights down low, set your mind to default. You just can't undo the harm caused in a